Everything starts with an idea. An idea to change, to create, to improve something. First is in your head and then you make it real. And here we are today having our picnic in the new room. But let's take everything from the beginning. I'm going to bake some bread, and when it's ready I'm going to make a Greek sandwich that my grandma used to make for me during the summer we were spending in our village in central Greece. The bread recipe is simple and the bread is really tasty. I use a mix of flours, salt, olive oil, water and yeast. For the activation of yeast I use 1 spoon of sugar and I make sure the water is in the right temperature. I take a soft and little sticky dough which I cover with little flour and I transfer to the Dutch oven. Lately, I found that it's not hard to make a design on the bed with a sharp knife, so here is my design. I let it rise in the oven for 50 minutes. Details about the recipe at greekandsimple.com. As long as the bread is rising, I'll tell you everything about the room design. The room was used for a baby and then from a toddler, but since the little toddler grew and her needs changed, the room had to change. It is not an actual demolition, but more like freeing the space for everything that does not need it. All this stuff is going to be reorganized and placed in new positions. Here is going to be the new position of the single day bed. This is the wall where I'm going to create all interactive activities. Kids at that age like role-playing. My goal with this creative wall design is to facilitate role-playing at home. I draw freehand with a pencil the lines that will be my houses. I want the drawing to look soft and smooth. Here are some details that will help to bring to life the idea of the neighborhood. The colors I picked are pastel. I have chosen this palette for its softness because it's a bedroom and the kid needs also to relax and sleep in this room. Strong, bright, highly pigmented and neon colors can have an energizing effect in our emotions. Painting is so therapeutic. I can say it was my favorite part of making over this room. Such a beautiful palette of colors, don't you think? Kids copy us. They are our mirrors. She couldn't wait to paint herself like Mommy does. As you can see, the wall is coming along really well. Oh, I love how these trees look. Time for the second coat and some details. Putting things together helps to clear the space and come closer to completion. The tent goes first. This is the campsite of this neighborhood. The books are also playing a special role in our family, so they need their special place to live. Reading stories stimulates imagination, develops social skills, and helps kids learn about the world. We read books daily. This is going to be the house where we can cook and keep all the cleaning tools. These are the windows of the house where I place some flowers and lights. Until it dries, I continue with a set of tea. Placing it on the wall, adding a vase of flowers next to it on the same shelf. This is going to be the stove. Here we can cook. As long as I'm adding the shelves on the wall for the fresh market, my little one is organizing her new kitchen.
Got your own checkout?
The tents. The tents are going to be placed over the fresh market and the bookstore. The materials are some wire, fabric and fabric coloring to make the match. I first measure, then cut and iron the fabric. Then I draw the light blue stripes and place them on the wall with screws. Here is going to be the bookstore with some extra books. Let's place everything in place now. The music instruments, the food truck, the shopping bag, the food in the market, and let's check the bread before it's too late. The whole house smells like freshly baked bread. It's so beautiful, I almost don't want to slice it. Did you hear that? The recipe for the sandwich is simple: tomato, feta cheese, olives, and oregano. Optionally, you can add a few drops of olive oil too. The best Greek sandwich with homemade bread ever, inspired by my yaya and my childhood summers. Time for our picnic and the reveal of the room after all the final touches. First it was the need and then the idea. An idea to create an interactive wall to repurpose some toys and organize everything that way so they will have a new life. And here we are today playing and having our picnic in the middle of the room.